Hi, it's Kerry here from Essential Nails. This video is going to be a sculpting video which incorporates glitter and colour. It's going to be an acrylic design nail and I'm going to sculpt the nail in clear first for the shape and structure, demonstrating to you how we sculpt with clear in order to design over the top so that each time you have your clients come back in for their new set every scheduled maintenance, like 3-4 weekly, you can just file off the old colour, the old design down to a clear base, and then you can rework over the top of that as their nails grow out underneath. So this one, we've got the nail tray in hand out ready. We're going to sculpt a long square shape in clear first and apply design over the top. Right, so I have buffed my nail plate already with a soft buffer. Going to apply a form. This is going to be quite long, sort of tapered square, but tubular in sort of like you imagine a drain pipe shape. So we're going to have quite a bit of C-curve down the shaft of this nail. I just roll the form between my thumbs. I hate my squeaky chair. Sorry guys, I'm going to see if I can sort my chair out for next time. Okay, so again with the nail tray in hand, the sides of the finger, the rubber finger, can be quite bulbous, so I'm just going to snip into this form to make sure that it fits perfectly. Takes a little bit of the pressure and tension out of the form. You can do this on clients too, depends on the shape of the client's finger. Fit under the free edge. Oh, work it in, lovely. So, we're going to close the tabs up underneath, but we're not going to press. We're going to keep the end open, long tubular. Okay. Squeeze it up underneath the finger here. Now this is very long, very straight, and we're going to have it straight out of the end of the finger. You don't want it curved too far down. You'll be tapping on the table even if your hand's flat. My clients come in and pretty much every time they come, we file off the old design back down to their nail with a very, very thin base layer of either clear or nude acrylic between their nail bed and the coloured acrylic design powder. So I'm going to just sculpt the clear free edge on this nail and then peel the form out and file it, and then we'll design on top of that. Because this is how I would start my clients off if they have short nails. We would sculpt, they would come back after 3 weeks, we'd file the design off, have a little bit of a clear base layer, redesign over the top. So this, in salon, this is why a lot of people use clear first under the design work. It prevents you from over-filing the nail plate each time you go back to take an old set of nails off. So I've buffed this nail plate already. We would obviously prep it, dehydrate it and prime it. And I have clear acrylic. So I'm going to get a bead of clear acrylic. Just drain some of the liquid from it. Drain a little bit of monomer on the towel. Place on the free edge. And blend it up into the nail plate. This is just a very thin layer. This is going to be thin. It's going to be shaped at this stage now so that we can get some structure into the nail. Okay, not quite enough. I'm going to get another little bead, drain the monomer out on the towel. If it's too runny, it will just go everywhere. I want it really long. It's one of my favourite shapes. They're quite prominent in the media at the moment. Social media, they're very bold, they're very statement shape, very long. I'd love to do this all day, but the reality of it is, in the business world, we'd all love to sit and do crazy long nails all the time, but they're not practical. They're not your bread and butter in the salon. It's good to have a go, though. It does perfect your skills whilst dealing with acrylic. The more and more you practice and the more you sculpt and the more you challenge yourself to create things like this, the easier your everyday salon work will become. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shape it and pinch it up, and then I will file it, take the form out so that I can then show you what a base layer looks like. Now, I haven't taken this clear all the way to the cuticle. I'm going to incorporate clear in the design work. You could use a cover pink at this point. So if you're going to put cover pink straight on the nail plate here near the cuticle end area, you don't really need the clear. You do want to put a clear down as close to the cuticle as you can if you are going to go and put coloured acrylic directly against the nail plate. In my own experiences, I have discovered that some blues, greens in particular, they can stain the nail plate underneath. So you want a little bit of a barrier between that colour and the nail plate, otherwise staining, you're going to have to let it grow out. So I'm just going to keep a close eye on it. You don't want to miss your window of opportunity, and when you apply it thinly, very thinly, it can be very flexible too, and you don't want to over pinch it or crack it if it's gone too stiff already. Okay. Let's get our pinching tool on here. So it can be really difficult to create a lot of C-curve in a nail from a flat plastic nail plate. Now, obviously, when you're doing your client's nails, you will have a bit of flexibility in this natural nail. You will be able to pinch it and get a bit of shape in it. Some people have more C-curve in their natural nail than others do, but working straight off the plastic nail bed on the trainer hand, it's quite a flat surface, so you have to work hard to get some C-curve into your nail. This I'm going to peel out here. This is very, very weak right now, and you need to be very careful with it, otherwise you just snap it off. You will learn more about structure. You see a lot of people do these long, pointy, like tapered square or pointy nails. It's no good at all if they're just flat. They snap clean off. They have to have structure and they have to have apex. So you see we've got quite a lot of C-curve in here underneath, a lot of shape. Now we're going to put design work in and we're going to put an apex in here. But having a big, long, flat nail, absolutely pointless, because you'll knock it, hit it, it will just snap clean off. It's fragile at the moment. Now, you'll see a lot of people do this, social media. You know, people have become social media famous for their work. They have a distinct style. Now, don't be fooling yourself and thinking that this is standard and this is every set of nails and you're supposed to be doing them in an hour and a half. It doesn't work like that. You're creating a lot of extra work for yourself doing this. Sculpting a clear layer, then filing it, then going back and designing, then filing it. They're big jobs. It's a big job doing a set of nails like this. A little bit more visible there. Now I've filed it and it's got file marks on. It's simply a platform for the rest of the design. Little frills up there, look, from the filing. This is just a platform, very thin, fragile layer of acrylic, but you can see it now. So we're going to work over it. The cover pink. You're going to pick up really small beads of acrylic whilst you're doing design work. And this breaks the rule when you're first taught that you should start at the free edge. Your 3 zones and your 3 beads of product. When you're doing design work, you're going to use your products in much smaller quantities. They're also going to be a lot wetter. Some of the coloured acrylics, you'll use them as if they're paint. Tiny amounts on your brush. So I've got a little pink shimmery acrylic powder here, just with little taps, little tapping motion. You can blend it into the previously applied product, which is still a little bit wet. We've got a darker pink here. And we're just going to apply these like candy stripes. Now you can put this product on a lot thicker if you want, but I'm going to have it quite thin so that we get a little bit of the light shining through. I'm going to leave the very tip clear. Damn it, my squeaky chair again. My squeaky chair. I have a special chair because I've got such a bad back. Okay, we have a loose glitter. And I've got a tiny bead of wet clear acrylic on the end of my brush, and I picked a little bit of glitter up in that too, and I'm just going to apply a few stripes of glitter in there too. I have a pink one. This was from the Essential Nails. I think it was a high voltage pack. It was ages ago. I've had this years. There was lots of different colours. They're lovely. Tiny bit of wet acrylic. Oh, bit ambitious there. Let's put some of that glitter on there. You can just keep tapping and place it where you want to place it. Move it around till you're happy. Tiny, tiny amounts though, tiny amounts. You must remember that this is going to be like a glass paperweight. You know, have you seen those with insects inside them or shells inside them? by the time we've coated this completely in clear acrylic, we want to still be able to file it thin enough that the nail is a good thickness without filing the colour and the glitter back off. So you want to keep it really thin. So I'm now going to go and cap the whole nail from top to bottom in clear. This is the point at which you can go back to using a few beads of product if you want. It's very difficult to do it in one because it's such a long nail. The base layer is already cured. The nail already has shape, so you don't need to worry about curing times of this product and pinching it now. We've done that bit. Blend each bead of clear into the last. Just flatten your bristles of your brush out into a paddle on the kitchen towel, and then you have a nice flat blade you can just get right up into the cuticle area with. Any product on the skin or the cuticle will cause lifting, and this is generally the biggest issue for a lot of people when they're first studying. This is now going to set. So the nail is set, and we're going to get to filing. Same again with any long nail, always supporting the nail with the thumb whilst you work on this side, and with the fingers whilst you work on this side. Starting off with the side walls. Make sure each file stroke follows in the path of the first for perfect straight edges. You can use the same rolling technique still if you wish to not get flat spots, where we go from side wall to top in a smooth action so that we don't get a flat spot, we get a nice rounded nail surface. And we're also going to make sure that when we look down the barrel of the nail, we've got both of these side walls underneath parallel with each other. So you can just run your file underneath, supporting on top, if you want to just make it really crisp and tidied up. Going to angle the file just to get really close up in the cuticle area, so instead of being flat, We're going to angle it up here into the cuticle. Then you can see that apex. You must get the product to blend in to the natural nail by the cuticle area, so that it's very flush and smooth. You shouldn't have a step there at all. You shouldn't be able to run your finger on it and notice. It should blend in seamlessly. Everybody's got one side that they're better at filing at than the others, so this is why you've got to keep working on it. I noticed that I was far better on this side naturally because I'm right-handed than I was the other side. So when I got my assessments back, I was given all these pointers about where I wasn't quite going hard enough on the left. I now make sure that I file a lot more on the left. Yeah, so the overall thickness of this nail, the whole thickness of this nail needs to be clear, the glitter, and the overlaid clear, so that whilst you're filing it, you're not taking the colour and the glitter back off. This needs to be all encapsulated inside the nail. That's what gives you the nice glassy look when you've finished and top coated it. So I'm happy with this. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a buff over to smooth out the worst of those scratch marks in the surface from the coarse file. Okay, and now we need to go in there with top coat. Now you see it come to life. That shows you the effect of leaving the coloured acrylic quite thin so that you get that glassy appearance and the light shining through. Makes it super sparkly. I've left a little bit of a tip here clear, look. And then you get the light shine through the glitter that you've put on sparsely because we haven't loaded it on too thickly. And all the little candy stripes are showing through in the different shades. Just looks beautiful. So I'm going to cure that in the lamp now. So there we go, that nail is cured. We've used 2 coloured powders, 1 cork of a pink, 1 clear, 2 different colours of glitter, and there we have a glitter acrylic design, encapsulated glitter. Hope you've enjoyed it.